Hello everyone, it is Olivia Grace. I am back with another video for you guys, and today I'm talking about how to manifest healing from anything. Make sure you stay tuned till the end because I'll have a bonus tip. It's actually a tip that obviously I've heard of it now, but it's not a very common manifestation tip, but it works really well. And I'll have some stories like how I used it myself and had some success with it. So first, if you are dealing with an illness, now illness is probably the hardest thing to manifest. Just like money, it's very hard to ignore that circumstance when you're in that, when you're feeling pain, when you're feeling ill, when you're going through it, it's very hard to ignore that. But there are things that you can do to help you. The first thing is to stop talking about it. Now, you may not be able to control as easily like thinking about it or feeling it. Obviously, if you're feeling it, you're feeling it, but you can control not talking about it constantly. Everybody doesn't need to know how sick you are. Everybody doesn't need to know how much pain you're in. You don't need to, reiterate. And this is the thing, you get into this mentality of victimhood where you get used to the sympathy. You get used to people feeling bad for you. You get used to people wanting to go out of their way and do things for you. And sometimes unconsciously, you don't even realize that you're doing it, but you identify as, I'm the sickly one. I'm the one that's in pain. Even part of you that's in your subconscious where you want attention and you want people to love you and to fawn all over you and to, basically give you a lot of attention. You'll create an illness within yourself just to get that attention. And I know most people will be like, no, I would not create that. But you looking for attention and seeing that, okay, I obviously can't get attention the way that I am. I need to be ill. I need to be sick. And this is subconscious, so it's not in your conscious brain. But you will kind of create that and identify as that. So like I said, the first thing to do is to just stop talking about it. Stop telling everybody, stop reiterating it, and because what you focus on expands. So if you're focusing on how much pain you're in, if you're focusing on how sick you are all the time, if you're focusing on how hard it is for you to get past this, then that's what it's going to manifest like. So that actually brings me to my next point, which is to know that you created it. Know that this illness, like being honest, you guys, me personally, I don't believe in illness. I don't believe that I can just, be around somebody that's sick and then I'm going to be sick. I believe that I can believe that I'm sick. I can believe that I can be around somebody and create fear within myself and create illness in myself. But I don't believe that I'm just going to breathe in some, bacteria and become sick. I don't believe that. And because of that, I don't get sick. You can't create something that you don't believe, and you can't be experiencing something that you didn't create. So just because you're not aware of how you created it, where did it come from, doesn't mean that you did not create it. So when you take the step to accept that, okay, somehow, even though I obviously didn't mean to, I created this, that means that I can create healing. The same way that I created illness, the same way that I created this pain in myself, the same way that I created this chronic ill or disease or whatever, I can create healing within me because this is all my creation. And this is a way, you guys, for you to manifest anything, is to always take responsibility that this is a creation of mine, and that I can create anything. If you're thinking that, it's, Timmy's fault because he sneezed in my direction and now, I have this illness and the only thing that's going to get rid of it is like antibiotics or some, whatever, like, then that's what it's going to be. But when you believe and know that I am the creator of my experience, I'm the creator of myself, I'm the creator of my health, I'm the creator of my wealth, you come at things differently and you'll be more inclined to pay attention to your thoughts, to pay attention to your words. So take responsibility that you did create it, and that not in a mean way, not in I'm creating bad things for myself, but I'm so powerful that I can create this illness. I'm equally powerful enough to create healing within myself and start giving attention to healing. And then the next thing is to do what you think works. Everything is a manifestation of your reality. Everything is a manifestation of your beliefs. So like I said, with me, I don't believe in traditional medicine. I don't believe in like things like, I don't know, antibiotics and stuff like that. Like I believe that it can help you if you believe that it can help you, you know? So for me, I'm more of a natural person. If I'm sick, I get, like, you guys, the few times that I do get sick, I'll get the flu or whatever. Like, I don't sit there and, you know, go and stack up on the Robitussin and stack up on the, you know, the cold flu and the Theraflu and all these things, because that's not what I believe will help me. If I'm really in a position where I'm thinking, okay, like I need some outside thing, I'm looking more for something natural, like ginger. Guys, boiling raw ginger, it's literally where, like, everything in that is like a medicine that you get from the store, it's emulating nature. Nature is medicine. That's where you come from. That's where we come from. It's our essence, right? So when you actually like take something like ginger, boil raw ginger, lemon juice, even just taking, like, squeezing some lemon right as you start to feel sick, right as you start to, you know, get a tickle in your throat, and start drinking some lemon, honey, things like this that are natural, garlic, these are natural antibiotics, black seed oil, black oregano oil, all these other kind of things. These are natural healing things that come from the earth, which is also where we come from. So it heals you better, and without all the side effects of, oh, take this to, you know, cure your arm hurting, but your leg might fall off. So take this other medicine to cure your leg falling off, but then your head's going to be hurting for this. So take this. It's like this whole like game kind of. But do what you know feels good. Do what you know. If you have a headache, like me personally, like I said, I don't like medicine so much. So if I have a headache, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not going to take medication. I have to really be suffering for me to actually go and take a pill. But if for you, you know that Tylenol is going to help you, take the Tylenol. If you are doing something, let's say you're a person that does believe in more natural healing, but everybody's telling you, oh no, you need antibiotics, but you have resistance to antibiotics. Don't go and take the antibiotic just because that's what people are telling you that you need to do. You need to go with what feels good to you, what feels right to you, what resonates with you. Because your belief, again, is creating. Everything is a placebo effect. If you don't know what the placebo effect is, you should really look it up, because it really calls true to everything that I'm saying. They will give people literal sugar pills, which is nothing. Obviously, there's no medicine in it. And the person will feel better because they thought that there was medicine in there. So you can see how your mind, even people with multiple personalities, one of their personalities will be allergic to something, literally break out in hives, literally have their throat closing up, whereas another personality doesn't have that effect, doesn't have that illness, doesn't have that allergy. And how can that be? They're in the same body. So if it really is your body that's reacting to something, if it really is your body that's doing all these things and not your mind, then why is your mind able to convince you of healing and you're healed? Why is your mind able to say, okay, I'm identifying as this personality that does have this allergy, and then you have this allergy, right? So it's not even all just so like woo woo and spiritual. It's literal like science. Like your brain is what's controlling your body. If you can control your brain, you can control your body. I've used this, you guys, for so many things. Like I said, anytime I get sick, which is very, very rare, I can probably count. I don't even remember. The last time I was sick was probably like last summer, and I was healed within like a few days. And I don't take medicine. So, allergies, even pollen. Like I remember growing up and suffering so bad with pollen. My eyes would be red and just like dripping, my nose, like my throat would be itching, just all like, I remember coming home and my mom would have us like take our clothes off before we even got on our bed, wipe our face down, like all this other stuff just to kind of ease the symptom, but I would still be suffering. These days, like most times in the springtime, I don't even have a reaction to pollen, which is crazy because I was super reactive to it, super reactive. And I'm the same person. I didn't go through a treatment. You know, I didn't take anything, I didn't do anything, you know, but again, if you believe that taking Claritin helps you, take it. But I am telling you that you don't need medicine, you don't need something outside of yourself to bring healing to yourself. It's all about what you think. It's all about what you think is going to work or what you think is not going to work. All right, guys. So if you're still watching, you made it to the end, and I do have a bonus tip for you. And that bonus tip is to remember, like visualize yourself remembering that you forgot about your ache or your pain or your whatever. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples. The other day I had like a cut in my scalp, right? And I don't know, maybe I scratched myself or something, but it was so painful, you guys. And I don't know, like your scalp, I guess, is your nerves and your scalp are extremely sensitive, because it was spreading all through the top of my head. The cut was probably this big, like, cause I had my boyfriend like check it for me and see, and he was like, yeah, your skin is like peeled up a little bit. But when I tell you, I could feel it all through the top of my head, and it was actually giving me a headache within my head, even though it was something on the top of my head. And in that moment, I was in so much pain, and I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, how can I not give attention to this thing when every time I move my head, or every time a little hair on my head blows or anything, I'm in excruciating pain? What am I gonna do? And this is where the I remember, I forgot technique comes in. You visualize yourself remembering that you forgot about your pain. You visualize yourself waking up like the next day and going throughout your day, and all of a sudden it occurs to you, wait, I don't feel that anymore. I did the same thing with my back. Actually right after I healed from that, my back started like having this really bad pain, and it was like to the point where I'm like turning and it's hurting. I can't bend over. It's hurting so bad, and it was excruciating. And so again, I was like, ooh, well, that just worked with my pain in my scalp. I'm going to again intend to remember that I forgot. Remember that I forgot. And then the next day, I think that actually took 2 days as well. And on the second day, I was just like, you know, minding my business, and I remembered that I forgot. And I was like, wait, my pain, my back, it's gone. Like, I can move, you know? And we all know what it's like to have your back hurting to the point to where you can't twist a certain way or you can't bend a certain way without it like really hurting you. And I was just like, wait, and I'm like bending, I'm moving. I'm like, oh my God, it's not there anymore. It's not there. So it helps. And this is even something that you can do, like when it comes to releasing resistance, is like sometimes we're obsessing about something we're trying to manifest, or obsessing about something, and we're just like, oh God, like, how can I forget this? How can I just leave this alone for a second? Intend to remember that you forgot. Intend to just come to a moment and in your head be like, oh wait, I forgot about that. I forgot about that thing. Like, wow, I forgot. And it works. It works because you're, again, living in the end. You're assuming what it would feel like to forget that pain, to forget that illness, to forget whatever. And it works just like that. So that's what I have for you guys today. I am a manifestation coach. I help people get through their blocks, resistance, whatever, to create their dreams into their life in the most easy and effortless way, and quick too, because who has time to wait? We got so much creating to do. We don't have time. We don't have years to be creating things that we want. So if you do need that help, then reach out to me. Also, I am going to be doing a giveaway, and I'll have more details about that in my group. If you're not in my group and you're into manifestation, you should be in my group. So I'll have a link for you to join. But other than that, I'll have more details on that later. You guys have an amazing rest of your Wednesday, and I'll talk to you on the next video.